Oh, I didn't see you there. Why, hello. Welcome to the Tarna Bhakti Senior High School Tavern. My name is Misha Gerrania Aiko, and with fall upon us, let me tell you a little tale. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. In lands far, far away, there was a small little cottage owned by Elora, a little elf renowned for her magical remedies. Her most famous creation, though, was a small bowl of soup, so creamy and tender. Just one small sip could make anyone feel the comfort of home. The secret ingredient to this delectable dish? Why, the most famous and enchanted herbs in all of the lands, of course. People travel from far and wide, eager to taste her delectable dish. But on one autumn evening, why, of course I'll be glad to gather all of the ingredients for the harvest, your majesties. Don't you worry. And Elora was off. The forest thrummed with life as she ventured towards the meadow of the setting sun to gather first grand mushrooms. Then she ventured north towards and gathered fresh parsleys. And finally, she ventured towards deep in the woods to collect beautiful dewdrops from the shimmering silver flowers. I think this is enough for the harvest, she exclaimed, admiring all her precious ingredients inside of her bag. Oh, on her journey back home, the sun set below the horizon as it cloaked the forest in complete darkness, illuminated by the soft glow of the full moon. Pale lantern flickers as the sound of the night air fills the forest. But just then, the temperature dropped as quickly as a predator finding its small prey, and Elora started to shiver. Cottage is cold, she muttered, clutching her bag tightly as the cold air weighed down upon her. But just then, a log finds its way, and Elora spotted a massive tree with ancient barks and a welcoming hollow at its base. The hollow was pretty spacious, and Elora was be able to rest. The cold deepened, and Elora finally slept. But just then, at the dead of night, she heard something. Who goes there? You know I'm not afraid to fight. Her heart was pounding, but just then she saw a girl, or was it a nymph, standing upon her. The two sat and stared in silence for a moment until the nymph spoke and broke the silence. Why, hello, her voice barely rising above a whisper. Elora smiled. Why, hello there. Wait, what are you doing here all by yourself? You know the forest can get quite chilly. And her heart immediately ached as she touched the nymph. Oh my god, you're clearly cold. You're freezing. Elora was looking everywhere, and she remembered that she had ingredients to make soup inside of her bag. An idea popped out of her head. The nymph sat there in silence until her nose twitched at the scent of something warm and creamy. She glanced aside and saw Elora trying to light a bonfire inside of the hollow, cautious but determined to cook something. Here you go. You're clearly hungry and definitely cold, so I need you this. Eat up. The nymph's eyes widened as it slurped down the soup, and oh my god, it's so comforting, like a big warm hug. After the two ate, the nymph finally fell asleep, and Elora was pleasantly full. As dawn broke, Elora was getting ready to get back home until she realized that the nymph was gone. She vanished. Lost in the thought of getting back towards her kingdom, she realized that she wasn't alone on her adventure. She saw a little tiny fox sniffing at her bag. It was curious, and Elora sighed in relief, curiosity overcoming her initial fear. Why, hello there, aren't you a brave little one? As Elora tried to extend her arm, the little curious fox darted towards her, grabbing her bag and clutched it onto its jaw, running towards the underbush. Hey, wait! Those are my ingredients, you little thief! Why, I honor! The fox was swift and quick, darting and bashing towards the trees and bushes. Elora and the fox stopped as she saw her bag laying in the wide meadow. As she was about to reach it, she saw the fox in the edge of the forest looking back at her, with half of her ingredients still clamped in its jaws. With a flick of its tail, the fox disappeared. Elora ran towards her bag, and oh my god, thank God half of her ingredients were still in there. Luck must be on her side. After 2 whole days of traveling, that sly fox stole half of ingredients and used half of them for the nymph. It's been 2 days. 2 days. I am tired. It's almost time for the harvest and I'm not back home. I wonder what happened to the nymph. Forget about her. As long as nothing gets in my way, I'll be fine. But just then, black storm clouds gather upon her, winds blowing towards her direction. Whoosh, whoosh, and Elora was trying to keep her balance, covering her eyes dearly as the winds cowardly moved towards her. You cannot do this to me, winds, not now! But it made the winds even more angrier, and a storm rolled in, branches and branches crashing towards her. Her ingredients tumbled out of her reach, and with a blink of an eye, it's all gone. No, 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 those are my ingredients. I need them. Elora was presently surprised that all of her ingredients vanished. As she was trying to look for it, a big storm and wind bashed towards her, covering her up and gleaming and flying, making her fly. Elora was about to get swept towards nowhere, but just then, a gust of wind moved her as she had a hard thud somewhere. She looked back and saw her house. So much for dumb luck. All of my ingredients are gone. Lost in the thought of all of her ingredients being disappeared, that stupid storm stole half of it. She disappointed her kingdom. She can't do this. Her heart ached. She failed them. Oh my god, what are they gonna say? As she was about to give up, a small little knock echoed throughout her dorm. She opened the door and saw, "Yo, the nymph! What are you doing here?" Elora was curious, confused, really. The nymph smiled and spoke. "Hello," her voice still barely rising above a whisper. "Look, when I was about to get home, I saw you and the fox stealing half of those ingredients that you need. So I stole them back. Here." The little nymph revealed Elora's stolen ingredients, and her heart became so happy, filled with gratitude. "Oh, thank you, thank you. You just saved the harvest." In the end, Elora did not just manage to make the soup, she also gathered all of her ingredients back. Oh, the sound of autumn and also the sounds of laughter and joy fills the festival air, and Elora was pleasantly surprised and happy with the end result. Thank you so much for listening. My name is Gerrania, and thank you for listening to my story. Have a safe travels and hope you visit Tarna Bhakti Senior High School Tavern once again. Ta-ta!